Ah, yes, this probably looks familiar to most of you. If it doesn't, don't worry, it will soon. Um, I try to make these videos really short, so I'll just explain this guy. We're not going to deal with this today. Okay, that's for another video. You have six chords left. If you're a Diane Warren fan like me, then you know that 6 chords are plenty to work with for quite a while. If you need to go outside the box, go outside the box. But it's a pretty big box if you really look at it. Okay, so you have these 6 chords. Modal harmony before 1600 didn't really conceptualize chords in this way, but it did have sonorities, harmonies of a kind. And if you look at music from before 1600, European music, you'll find that there's not a lot of specific gravity to any one of these or any pair of them. So they're about equally likely to be things that you hear in modal music from before 1600. The reason I'm mentioning this is that there's a problem with people listening to modal music today, or listening to modal music after hearing a lot of tonal music. That is when they hear this thing, they think, oh no, that's the tonic. That's where we're going. It's supposed to stop there. Music's supposed to stop when it gets there. Or it sounds like it's trying to stop. And when they hear this thing, it sounds like, oh, this is trying to go there. People have not everyone, and not all to the same extent, but people have a certain amount of difficulty hearing modally as if they had not heard tonal music. So for a more modal effect, what you can do is try to avoid these. Is it that simple? Well, it kind of is. If you're using major and you want it to sound more like Ionian, just don't play this thing. Okay, don't play it. Don't use that chord. Suddenly you don't have dominant function as such. It's kind of, it sounds like it's in a major key, but it doesn't sound like it's having a cadential thing happening in it. Okay, using Mixolydian, kind of the same thing. Just don't use this in Mixolydian, and it stops sounding like it's trying to go somewhere. Eventually, it stops sounding like it's trying to go there if you're used to hearing modally. I don't hear Mixolydian trying to go there. But if you're not trying to use Ionian or Mixolydian, why use either of these? Kind of the question there. Why use either of these? Okay. You don't need that or that for Dorian. You don't need that or that for Phrygian. You don't need that or that for Lydian, and you don't need that or that for Aeolian. Now, if you find that Aeolian for some reason still sounds a lot like minor to you, that's a very modern way of hearing things. And if you really want to just completely take tonality out of the picture, if you don't use that, you still have 7 tones distributed among these 3 chords, and if you cycle around these, it doesn't sound like it's trying to form a cadential tonal kind of a shape. That's kind of tonally avoidant modality reduced to its minimum. You can try these 3 chords. Try it.